Yes, there's marks all over your face, and we'll be able to see them in crystal clear 1080p. So there you go.
Lucky you.
Yay! And then me too, if you want to cut to my feed. Boom! Now at you, back at you.
Well,
Now I'm in wide angle, and that's me. Welcome to the Saturday Santos show.
Yeah.
A little bit different of a setup. We got a couple of cameras and coming at you during the quarantine, the pandemic of 2020. I like to think of it as the first wave. We'll talk about that more. I'm sure there'll be a second one. But today we have Katie Santos.
It's okay.
I like to think that they can hear that in panoramic, but I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it will
Can
go
you
from
do
the
it one
left
more
to the.
time? Okay. Now you stand still and move the mic back and forth. That's a little bit better.
That's interesting. I never knew that. Anytime I try to do anything panoramic in post, I always like had the mic still and then moved the source. But I've never thought about moving the actual microphone. I'm sure they are loving this. I'm so sorry. We hope you guys are doing well. We're going to stick with this format for a little while. And
you have to. I mean, it's in quarantine until we can like invite people over.
yeah.
You're stuck with me.
Yeah, I've
or
asked
yourself.
anytime I've asked anyone over, it's like, yeah, man, when this all blows over. I'm like, yay. Because obviously I want them to feel safe. And at the same time, I kind of like the idea of having people in front of you. I've had a couple of people say that they're down with just doing, on Skype or whatever, webcam stuff.
Mm.
But I was never a fan. Like, you can't get that with the same intensity or like reading people as well as you can in front of them. So I'm like, nope, no worries. Take care of yourself. Stay in quarantine. It's all good. Watch the Tiger King as much as you can, and stay safe. So for now, we'll be just sticking with Katie and myself, and Alita, our dog.
We don't have a camera for her.
We don't have a camera for her, but we're working on that. We're gonna have Alita cam. If not, if anything, she'll just be in the thumbnails. Maybe we just thumbnail her the whole time.
It'd be way more interesting than us.
That is true. That is very, very true. And for that, you guys are welcome. So, here goes the show.
Is there a drum roll? I wasn't cued for drum roll.
I mean, damn it. Now that we're connected to the computer now, so like you'll see me. Do you want to do a demo? So she'll like cut.
I'm cutting.
She's cutting, and
so it's like camera 1. That's camera 2, and then the third one is his laptop.
It's my laptop.
Yeah.
I won't have iStripper going, so you won't see a stripper. But, comment below if you want, because what they could do is like anytime there's this, you could see a little stripper there.
So instead of doing that little cube thing, it's just a stripper.
No, what would be better is if the stripper's there and I'm in the cube, and I'm like, whoa, that's a big woman. Right there, because they look huge on the screen. And
descriptive.
Yeah, but like, do you mind doing the demo of the square?
The screen.
Yeah, so like.
That's the screen.
Yes.
And then I have to do the on thing.
Yes, and I don't know if can they see?
Yeah, you're in the corner.
I'm in the corner. Here I am. I'm in the corner in a wide angle view. And this is how we're gonna do things from now on. We'll be talking about stories. So many stories. Loads of stories.
He'll just be in the corner. I mean, like, it'll be me and him in a little tiny corner.
Yeah, and then, if I want to really have emphasis, rah, it'll be me and me, which is even the best. Is there a delay? Like, can I look at myself?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a delay. Oh, it caught up there. Wow, it could catch up pretty fast. Well, it's, okay, yeah.
It's close enough.
It's a camera.
But, I mean,
I'm no scientist. I don't know how it works.
I don't engineer these things. I just use them. Okay. So, anyway. Man, we just go off on tangents.
Where you want to take the first tangent?
Well, the first
That's a
Alita. That's the Alita bell. Thank you, Alita. That's our segment for the first show segment. And thank you, Alita. You're so great. She always looks like she's in trouble, or she's gonna. Maybe we'll just cut to B-roll of Alita. We'll just film a lot of B-roll. And
no, you don't need the trash.
Yeah, she just
you
loves.
You don't need the trash.
She loves everything like that. I'm gonna press a button over here. There we go.
So you want two of you?
No,
now?
I don't want. I just want one.
One
of me.
Okay.
That's it.
You gotta turn off picture in picture or something like that.
Well, now that it's
Alita.
there, it's so close. I might just overstep my bounds.
Well, I'm gonna take care of this dog.
No, she's good. She's good.
Okay.
Hey, over here. Here, come be a part of the show. So coronavirus, it's fucking crazy. We hope you guys are staying inside and, eat cooking a lot of good food. Hopefully this is a thing where people can cook more, or like do what we have been doing for way too much and just Uber eating. It's too bad. I hate it. Oh, but I love it so much.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But today was good. Cooked a ribeye, some eggs, a little bit of rice. You cannot beat that. That's Alita again. She loves ribeye anytime I mention it. There you go.
Yeah. Well, at some point, if you want, we can sign up for those meals again. That was fun.
HelloFresh.
I think it was HelloFresh or Home Chef.
Okay, so
one of those things.
I have a problem with them, though, because they do encourage cooking, which is great. They encourage eating healthy, which is great. And they have a wide range of kinds of meals for typical, modern diets, if you could say that. But my problem is with it is like you won't like. So the meats are real. They look okay, but they kind of look like farmy. They're not super organic. And then with the veggies, they look good. I'm down with the veggies. So like veggies 10 out of 10, proteins about an 8 out of 10, but anything else is like a 2 out of 10 for me. Not because of the way it tastes, because it tastes good, but they have to package it and they have to send it off, and I'm imagining they have to have some kind of preservatives. And then when you look through the ingredients of just like the sauces or the stuff that you don't make yourself, the stuff that's just like, oh, add this, it always comes with like a little bit too much sugar or a little bit too much this. And it was because of that I was like, God, I just couldn't do it. But the meals were really fucking good, which was good. And there are a couple of meals or a lot of meals that don't use that. I just wish they had the option to be like, all right, so here is what you want to eat. Protein, no protein, vegan, meat eater, blah, blah, blah. They have that. But then they don't have it where it's like no preservatives, no sugars, nothing. They don't have like there's a keto thing or here's a carnivore thing. That's like, so if I'm were to rate them, I would be like, all right, so just be a little better, maybe cultivate a little more. But I don't even know. We see our neighbor uses it still, and apparently they're still shipping. But I don't know with this whole pandemic thing if they're going to continue. We'll have to see.
Well, I'm not quite sure. I think they're continuing as much as they can just for business sake.
Yeah.
But I mean, what you're talking about with like specifics and dietary and stuff, I know that maybe the ones that we've used don't offer it, but you might be able. I mean, the internet's a big place. You might be able to find something that's that detailed.
And now there's like 50 different
or else
outlets.
You just have to go and shop for yourself.
But
that's
with the peasants.
Yeah, but that's what you get with the meals is you don't have to go shop for yourself.
But there's already a good way to go about doing that without having to go out. Amazon Fresh. Now it sucks. Like now you'll have to like order 2 days in advance because the demand is so high. But dude, like the only way to get groceries from now on, like there's just no reason to go out at all.
Is unless it shuts down and we no longer have that available to us.
Yes. So if you guys have the option, I definitely recommend just, buying maybe for a week and then Amazon Freshing everything else that you need. The only thing that they don't have, though, is fucking herbs. Like, I can't get rosemary and thyme for my ribeyes or anything because, I don't know, they're always sold out. And sparkling waters, they fucking suck. Step your game up, Amazon. Like, I like that Montane or Montana or whatever the one's called. more than like San Pellegrino. Those things they're a bit too much of a bite. It's like alcohol, but I like the more seltzery ones. That's just like real chill, nothing too crazy. So yeah.
Oh, I don't like any of it. It's like all garbage.
It's garbage, but it's
I don't know how you drink
carbonated garbage, and it's good for you because there's no calories. There's nothing in there. You don't need this Pepsi, as I have a Pepsi. Hey man, it's Saturday. Don't harsh on my Saturday. But for me, it's been Saturday for a month, so
Yeah, it's been
I need to get back into it. I don't know if you guys can tell. I swear I've gained like 10 pounds, man.
Yeah.
I gotta start doing more of this quarantine workout regimen. So I don't know if you guys can see behind Katie. There's a treadmill. Been using that.
You can't see that now.
So apparently you can't go out and even fucking run anymore. I was reading an article from AJC yesterday where they were recommending people run side by side, but that breaks that law of 6 feet distance. But they say they do that because if they were like running back against each other, apparently if they are asymptomatic and they have coronavirus, they can spread like with a fucking trail of air droplets. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm wearing a mask now from
Wear a mask, like I said, makes you feel safe.
Yeah. I hope it just maybe it'll come like a fashion statement here in the West, and in the East it already is, but it'd be cool if like within a year everyone's just fucking wearing masks.
Yeah, it was like a little bit of a statement, especially like for punk rocky kind of scary fashion. Yeah, you have to make it normal fashion.
Yeah, that's one thing I did like about the new Watchmen. It's a terrible show, but
yeah, we haven't made it past episode 4.
Okay, you have 3 episodes with me, and if you don't grab my attention, fuck you. All right, get some better writers. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. Get some better writers, because 3 episodes and now shows are an hour long. You have the opportunity to catch some people's attention. Watchmen did not do it, but I did like the whole all cops wear masks. That's fucking brilliant.
That wasn't for like health protection. That was like for their security.
But I love that. That could be something that happens now. It's like, well, maybe everyone just has to wear masks. Well, okay. What if like crimes are being committed or whatever? What if cops end up wearing masks or whatever? Like, especially with how people are worried about a police state with this kind of stuff. I can see it going crazy. But for me, it's just from a writing perspective about story. But unfortunately, now it seems like we're in one. It sucks.
It just throws me off. I guess it's more of a primal thing, like not being able to see your face. I guess it's like the monkey, like, I don't know. It's like my brain's like, you can't see this entire person's face. So everyone's a little less trustful now. So I'm trying to rewire that in my brain, going like, no.
Yeah.
It doesn't entirely mean that that's a bad person. They're just wearing a protective mask.
Oh, so like you're saying that in your mind there's a stigma for people wearing masks and those are bad guys. Yeah,
or it's something that's scary, or because you're only able to see
suspicious.
Yeah, you can't see if they're smiling or if they're what they're like actually saying. Kind of thing.
Right. That's interesting. I never really saw it that way. I can see how you do though. I don't know. I'd like for it just to become fashionable. Maybe it will. Maybe it'll be like some kind of statement.
If it keeps going, this will have to.
Yeah. Well, we were watching some YouTuber. I can't remember her name. She was doing like a historical perspective on pandemics, and how she was talking about one where it influenced art and culture for like a decade. So wouldn't that be weird if like movies or whatever stories being written now for 3 years from now, if they all have like this weird people staying apart, like because of not only of a virus, but also culturally, that's got to change some shit too.
Well, you're going to have like, I think you have different things in social, in society coming out of this. Like we'll have movies based on time periods of things that happened in this time period, and they'll have to mention that everyone was locked down because of COVID.
Yeah.
It'll be something that'll have to be explained as history goes forward. What happened here? That kind of thing.
That'd be interesting.
And it'll affect the art. Like, we'll have massive amount of art coming out now because people have extra time just to throw it. And then,
hooray!
Of course, they're going to draw their inspiration from all the fear and the stuff from the COVID.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to have an impression on society like all the rest of the diseases.
I hope so. Well, I mean, I don't, because I don't want anyone to die. But at the same time, I think it's really interesting, you know, having to go through that kind of stuff. Like, we were talking about the whole masks thing, and I was like, what if, you know, it gets so bad where no one ever takes their masks off? Ow.
It will, yeah.
And then, like, if you do, it's like a big deal. Like, holy shit, she's going to take her mask off for him. What? They must be serious or something. It's like, oh, I can't remember. Not in Mass Effect, it was like one of the characters that she wore a mask, and like it was like a big deal for her to take it off. I think it's because she would have died. So
that would be a big deal.
So it's the same thing that we're in.
Yeah, I guess it'd be more trust now kind of thing.
Yeah, it's gonna change quite a bit, man. We'll have to see. I don't know, but we hope you guys are staying safe. And Alita says hello. But this will be, for the next few weeks, we'll be just trying to figure out what the show could be up until that point. But I kind of like the idea of like there being an interview show where it's about a guest and me and you are both chiming in. And then a show more like this where it's just, you know, something a little more chill, maybe a little more newsy, even though I really don't like talking about news just because there's so many other outlets you can find your news at. And I'm an idiot, so I'm just going to come off as biased regardless how much I try not to.
Well, we can come up with ideas. Like I said, we could try to play like Uno while you're telling the news or something.
Uno news. Yeah, she's right underneath me.
Oh,
sorry.
It's a toy.
It's a toy.
Like, what is that sound?
Oh, so a quick review of BarkBox. They're awesome. If you guys are looking for like getting your puppy some shit for them to eat up.
Ours just rips it up.
This is supposed to be a snowman, but it's not. No, it's like $20 a month, $30 a month, and they send you toys and treats and shit for your dog. I love it. I love it. I think my only issue is some of the toys can come back or like they are a bit weak, and she's not a big dog at all.
She's a small dog.
She's a small dog, so like you would think that some stuff would be a little bit more durable, but she's able to eat through most of it. At least your favorite toys, because they look really cool, but then they'll just rip.
Well, I think that's why they have that other box. It's like a chewy box. And they're like, if your dog's having trouble with these, then pay for this subscription, where it's all chew toys, kind of thing.
All dogs must do this, though. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but some just don't do it as bad.
Yeah, ours is just a little monster.
Little
monster. Yeah, but good shout out to them. I mean, I'd recommend them.
Yeah, they're a good box.
BarkBox, good box.
Yeah, because I remember one of the ones was swimming. Like all the toys were gonna be able to be put in like a swimming pool or a bathtub and could float while she was like playing if she wanted to. Those things held up like the longest time. She was so rough with like that. What was it? A dragonfly or something?
Right.
But since it was made out of that floatable water resistant stuff, it held together. I just wish they'd use that same material more
on everything
instead of like the fluffy stuff. But I can get it because the fluffy stuff makes everything look cute.
Yeah,
so it's got to be fun and cute and worth your subscription.
Yeah. I mean, either way, I still think it's worth it because you get like 4 toys and like they're all themed and they work together. They like configure together sometimes, which is pretty dope. But shout out to them, man. Yeah. They rock it out.
I just wish I could find one for me because
a BarkBox
or I don't know. I don't like buying stuff myself.
What do you mean?
Like going out to a mall and trying on clothes and stuff.
I thought you said you do like that.
Well, I figured out I have to because like all the boxes I've tried the Thread Up, the Stitch Fix, the all those kind of boxes. I don't know. I guess they try to stay safe.
Mm.
So you can't shop for anyone but yourself. Kind of, but she just loves anything. So yeah, I definitely would spend it on the dog.
I think if she could wear stuff, she would be just as.
She'd be as picky.
She'd be very picky, but I am too. I try one of those boxes where they send you clothes, and you try to wear them, and you're like, this is shit, you know. Sometimes like they would hit one thing that I really liked, but it's just not worth the trouble because they take your money, and then you have like a day to try them all out. And it's almost like a rush job. You're like, you better send this out the next day. Otherwise, we're going to charge you. That's how I felt whenever I got that box. It was like you had 24 hours or some shit, and then you had to deliver it back the next day. It was just, I felt like it was too quick. And it was just like $300 for everything. And I'm like, I'd rather just go and buy a pair of whatever I need whenever I need them. But I don't know. I'm full of shit.
Well, the Thread Up that I tried they let you try them on for 7 days.
Oh.
Am I sounding normal? I've never listened to my voice before.
You sound like a person.
Okay, as long as I'm sounding like a person.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't want to sound like a robot or something.
A robot.
Okay, but the Thread
Danger.
Up, the Thread Up gave the 7 days, and it was a lot cheaper items.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole point of that one is that since it's a secondhand thrift store, what they send you is kind of like what they have.
Oh,
yeah,
that's right. They're secondhand.
Yeah.
So like they get top-notch brands, but what they get is what they get. They don't have anything else.
Yeah,
because they have to sell it all that.
Yeah, they're selling all the stuff. So, so basically, what they were giving you is, oh, well, this didn't sell in our regular shop, so we'll give it to you in a box.
I can just think about their pitch meeting. You know, hand-me-downs, right? We want to sell those.
My mom would love that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, maybe that, I mean, they must be doing okay. They're all popping up.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird how one person will come up with an idea and then everyone takes that idea and they're like, we'll do it better. I just have that in my head because we just watched The Social Network.
Oh, that part of it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like, well, here's this idea. And he's like, that's a terrible idea. But my idea is kind of like their idea, but it's better.
Yeah, I think that's part of the United States, isn't it?
It's very American. That's right. That's a great idea. It's mine now.
Because I made it better.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind it. It makes it so the consumer gets the better deal, you would think.
That's the point of America.
But we were talking about this with like Uber Eats and DoorDash. Fuck DoorDash, dude. I fucking hate DoorDash. But Uber Eats is all right. It's stupid. I'm a stupid consumer, so like I'll don't. That's Alita right behind me.
She's just mocking your
whole
attitude.
Like,
What?
I heard a little bit of a distortion, so I'm sorry. I'm not too sure where it came from. I think it was when we were laughing. But what were we talking about? DoorDash.
Yes.
Fuck DoorDash. It's just because of usability, so I'm sure they're fine. I'm sure they're even better than Uber Eats.
Shouldn't touch our faces.
Don't touch your faces. Put on your masks. So my hands are clean. I just went to the restroom. No, but like in their app, I had to add a card, and I added the wrong card, and I went to delete it, and they were like, "It's your default card. You can't delete it." And I was like, "Oh, fuck, bitch. I will do another card." I did the other card, and I tried to delete the first card, and then they were like, "That's your default card. You can't delete." I'm like, "Let me change my default card." Oh, here's a good example. So this was a bow and arrow, and this is what Alita did to it.
It's no more.
24 hours. Thanks, BarkBox.
There's nothing else inside of it.
There's nothing else. There's the squeaker thing is in there, though.
Yeah, it's squeakers. She likes squeakers.
But back to the topic. Fuck DoorDash. It was just a mild inconvenience. But still, isn't that weird that we're at this level where those minor inconveniences are enough for me to be like, fuck that. Fuck this business.
Yeah.
That employs hundreds of people.
And that's where the other businesses like, we can do that better.
Yeah, I like
Uber. And then you win it.
I like Uber Eats, but then Grubhub. How do these people even make? Like, do you think it's the same people? this is a good idea, but let's just do it 3 different ways and see who. Wait, or is that a monopoly?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd have to be different people.
That's
You'd
very.
have to Google that. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm
Anyway,
not that smart. Probably should be that smart, but
we should be. Ugh, I don't want to be smart. It's too much of a responsibility. The smart people are the essential people right now, even though.
Okay.
Well, they are because like they're like doctors and nurses. Oh, but wait a second.
Yeah, essential people are like gas station attendants.
Are you saying gas station attendants aren't brilliant?
No,
They're really smart.
I'm just saying the essential worker is a lot of people right now.
It was funny. My friend told me they should have just put a list of people that aren't essential, and that would have been a shorter list because on at least here in Georgia, everyone's on that fucking list. Like there's so many people that are able to work. Well, not teachers and students. Well, no, I saw on the Gwinnett that they're making some teachers go out and come into school, but to teach online or something like that.
Probably in their
That
classroom.
must be so confusing. Must feel so
Why?
weird. Huh?
Why would it be confusing?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'd imagine that there's some challenges for teachers having to go through something like that. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's just it's not a new concept. They've had online classes.
Yeah,
a
but
while
high
now.
school?
Yeah, like for all of them. Like I told you, they were coming up with online classes and work so much now that even like snow, if we did get snow, we no longer have like snow days because they'd stay at home but do their online classes.
Do you think people are going to be able to be encouraged to stay home? Because now these businesses are like, hey, work from home if you can. And then they'll realize we saved a lot of money not having a building or workspaces or powering the lights. People can just work from home if they can. Why not? Hopefully that changes.
Maybe, but I would think after all of this, if it's going to last as long as you keep telling me it's going to last.
I'm thinking like August.
It's going to... Yeah, maybe more people will go working from home, but I think if it clears up completely and people can work, there might be since some people got fired because they had to do the corona thing. There might be, once we do get open for work, there might be more opportunities, like that other plague that the lady was covering. She's like, the plague was really bad. It took its toll, but once the wave was cleared and it went back down, a lot of peasants came out and realized, oh, I can
fuck these masters.
I can go grab this land because that person, I can go do.
They died.
Yeah, but now we'll go like, well, there's all these job opportunities. Maybe I can actually jump up a little bit if I get a chance.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know. It makes me sound bad when I say it that way.
I don't think so. It makes sense. I mean, that's what happened. What you're talking about happened in one of these pandemics that girl was covering, where that went down. The peasants were like, you know what? Fuck these guys. Fuck the well-to-do. But that's kind of mimicking what's going on now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like with Parasite. You know, where the people who are more well-to-do are able to use these essential services. Not so much doctors, but like all the other ones that are getting paid shit. You know, I'm sorry, but you guys definitely should get paid a lot more. Like people in the grocery stores, I don't even want to imagine it, dude. Not because of the work, but just because of the conditions. Having to talk and speak with so many people or interact with people that could be contagious and you don't know. They don't know because of the way the virus works. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Like I was watching some woman saying that they should get hazard pay. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. But I mean, eventually either the grocery stores and stuff are going to just have to open up normally again, or we're going to have to change completely and everyone start farming.
That'd be dope. I wouldn't mind being a farmer. What would be my crop? Corn. Just so I can make more quarantine jokes.
Quarantine jokes.
I want to say it quarantine, but after seeing that meme, I just see Dexter from Dexter's Laboratory saying quarantine. Quarantine. I'll have to show you guys the memes. Wait, how long have we been going? I think it's been a few minutes.
I don't know. You'd have to look at it.
Yeah? Well, I wanted to. We've been talking about
Keep
this
it
virus for so long. Just kidding. For long enough. Just stay safe. Stay inside if you can, when you can, as much as you can. Eat healthy. Do some workouts. But if you run, apparently run side by side, not like too far behind. Such a weird concept.
Does it work with like drafting? Like if you're right behind the person?
I think that's what they were talking about. They were saying it's like called slipstreaming or something, where one person's
I thought
breath.
it was like if one was a little up, it's hard to do with the camera, but one's like
It's like you're a weatherman.
the weather is somewhere there. I can't tell.
It's
But I don't know. I'll be careful running.
Yes. Well, now we have a treadmill, so there you go.
Mhm.
We'll just run on that thing. Alita has been trying to use the treadmill, but she falls. It goes really slow, so she's okay. She's only a little hurt. I'm just kidding.
She's not hurt.
She's not hurt at all. She's alive. She's okay. We'll show you in a minute. Oh, man. But, yeah. So, that's an update on the show. That's an update of this whole corona thing. I think when I saw it, we were at 11,400 cases here in Georgia. And I'm assuming it's just going to keep going. So, yeah, August, I'm thinking this first wave will be done. But then in September, it'll just ramp back up. So we'll have a month of everyone going outside and just looking around. And then September 1st, it'll be all good. And then BAM! Another 10,000 cases. We'll see. We'll see. But I wanted to have a segment of memes.
Oh, okay.
Can I do
I was
that?
about to ask, what do you want to do now?
I want to do memes.
Let's just do
ASMR. AMSR. You're welcome. This is the
Really
Saturday
hating.
Santos show. Where now maybe that's we
We just podcast ASMR.
but we just use that sound effect to change segments. You know what that sound means? It's meme
You're just
time.
giving away all your good ideas.
Hey man, I'm doing it. All right, so this is meme number 1.
So it's not ASMR meme.
Okay, ASMR meme number 1.
Okay, we're gonna do.
Have you cut to the meme?
Yeah, and you're in the corner.
I am?
Yeah.
What's
I'm
that?
sorry, I'm not.
Oh no,
On
you're
my
good. I'm gonna
left.
point at it. There's the meme. I'm pointing
No.
right.
The other direction.
There's the meme. Is that right? Checking my temperature lately. The guy checks his temperature. I'm assuming it's a guy because he's bald. I don't know. And then the temperature doesn't say a temperature. It says, take your essential ass to work. Thank you, Shield Man. I'm hoping that this is a thing where people write their names like on Edge or something, like it's an artist signature for the memes. So I know who to credit. Thank you so much. Oh, that was good. What's this one? All right. Oh, that one's... No, I don't like that one. That one's political. Ew.
Oh.
I have political memes in here, so let me apologize now. But this one's not so bad. Mom, can I ask you something without you getting angry? And it has puppies looking like they're about to get upset.
Oh, okay. It's hard to see on this.
Oh,
this
is it
screen.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, what if I do that?
It's a little bit better.
Yeah?
Now I can see the dog's making a face.
There we go. Okay, so, hey man, it's week 1. We're getting used to this new meme format. All right.
They're just going to hate you now.
They're going to hate that. Well, comment below with what sound you would like. If my RASMR sounds don't work, that's okay. All right, so here we go. Oh, that's pretty good, even though I don't think it's a meme. Do you think this qualifies as a meme? A guy has had a pair of glasses, and he uses one of those, what would you call that? Like a laminated paper holder to make himself a face shield.
I guess it would be a meme because you're kind of relatable to the situation, but it's funny face wear.
We're in a pandemic.
It's funny face wear.
Oh, okay. I was seeing if right clicking would change to the next meme, but it wasn't. All right, so this is the next meme.
No, I think he'll come after you.
Oh shit, he's copyrighted handshakes.
They're probably all going to copyright you.
I don't
for
care.
showing you the material right there.
Oh, they're gonna eat my dick. I don't care. When you're watching porn and come across a scene you saw in memes. And Leonardo DiCaprio is pointing.
Classy.
Yeah, right?
Mhm.
You know where this is from, this clip?
Is it the latest one?
That's right.
Once Upon a Time?
Django Unchained. Yeah, that's right. All right. Next meme. Here we go.
I keep getting dog hair or something on the mic.
That's what she said.
It's tickling.
Baby, you're proof that God... Wait, hold on. Baby, you're proof that there is a God. And then the girl's like, "Aw." A couple texting each other. And then the guy's like, "And that he makes mistakes." Oh, man. Hilarious. Basically called her a bitch.
Mhm.
All right. Let's see if we can do a couple more.
I think they were funny if they were TikToks.
Maybe we can do the TikToks. Maybe we can do the TikToks. All right. So I don't know if you guys can see this. Well, obviously you can, because I don't have an audio podcast. This is a video podcast. I don't know why I'm explaining them like they can't see them.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm future-proofing myself.
Okay.
All right. So it's a cat being like,
Mm-hmm.
when I try to make food at 3 a.m. without waking my parents, but I drop a spoon on the ground.
Very true.
I think this is Mr. Kitty or Alita when they make sound.
No, they do it
When
on
we're
purpose.
trying to sleep.
No, they do it on purpose. They are making the sound. So why would they be making that face?
We have a bed for Alita, and she like scratches at it constantly, and the material makes it so loud. Like it's just like, but she'll scratch it, and then she'll look up at me like, and then just look up for no reason, like either she's in trouble or if it's okay to do.
I don't think she cares either way.
Oh, she doesn't give a fuck.
No.
Okay, last meme. This is a good one. Oh, this is one of my favorite templates. I can't remember where it's
You have to make it bigger.
Oh, that's what she said. Emotionally abused people. Whenever they have basic fucking kindness. Oh shit, Alita.
Is this a romance?
Is this romance? All right, that's enough. I'm done. Alita needs a nap. I need to go play Final Fantasy VII Remake.
That's it?
What?
That's it?
What do you mean?
Is that the end of the show?
I don't know. Maybe it's like a fake. No, it's not the end of the show.
Does it matter to me?
Oh, yeah. Well, no. Okay, hold on. Let's briefly go through what we've been doing while we've been in this quarantine. So basically binging a lot of fucking shows.
Yes.
Lost in Space is amazing.
It's really good.
It's really fucking
Yes.
good, but not the first couple of times you watch it, right? So watch the first episode, wait a year, watch it again, wait another year, watch it a third time, and then binge
The entire
10 to 20 episodes in 2 days.
The entire
That's
thing.
basically what we did.
The Righteous Gemstones. We finished all that. That was really good.
Oh, that was so good. Daniel McBride, man. Danny McBride. Great fucking writer. Wait, is that his name? Or did I name someone that I went to high school with? If I did, I'm sorry. I can't remember his name. Anyway, The Righteous Gemstones.
Yeah.
Great fucking show.
Mm-hmm.
The Tiger King, of course.
Oh,
Everyone has to fucking...
Tiger King is good.
It's good. If you want...
But it's becoming a problem.
Okay. Don't tell people how to live their lives. Second of all. Third of all. Okay, this is my only political point. If Trump pardons Joe Exotic, I'm voting for Trump this year. That's it. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for tuning in. What else have we watched? So Lost in Space was really good. The Tiger King was really good. Righteous Gemstones. Yesterday we binged all of the new Better Call Saul, which was great.
It was really good.
I think this Sunday is the last episode. I'm looking forward to that one. But what are some other ones? We watched a lot of movies too. Terrible ones.
Yeah.
The Core.
Yeah.
What were they
It
thinking?
was pretty bad.
It was. And it was like an expensive budget movie. Did you get that?
Yeah, it was
I got
a totally expensive movie to make with all the props and everything.
Yes. But at the same time, it felt like cheap. I've never.
Oh yeah.
It's weird how that happened. It has Hilary Swank, Two-Face from The Dark Knight.
I don't know his actual name.
I do, but I am afraid it's gonna say Aaron Eckhart, something like that. And then it has Stanley Tucci. And he's a great.
Oh,
he's a great.
We almost forgot the Kingdom one.
Kingdom one? Which one?
Yeah,
the best one.
Yeah, the Korean one.
It's called The Kingdom.
Yeah,
and it's Korean, and it's fucking phenomenal.
That one was really surprisingly good.
Yeah, I think I just started it because I was like, oh look, zombies,
retro.
Great. That's so retro.
Awesome.
Well, it was Korean, and we had just finished Parasite, and then watching another Korean movie, by the guy that did Train to Busan. It's a Netflix original.
Oh, the
Psychokinesis or something.
Yeah, that one. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it was all right. It was a lot more heartwarming than superhero-y. It was kind of weird, but after that, I wanted to watch something foreign or like mainly Korean. I fucking love Korean cinema, but they did The Kingdom, a Netflix original series, and it's feudal Japan, and it's like a Game of Thronesy vibe, where it's very much about who's going to be king, and all of this, and royalty. That's a big one, but during the beginnings of a zombie outbreak, it seems. And I wanted to watch it because I knew there was a second season. They had played the trailer to the second season, and I was like, I want to watch the first. And it felt like an awesome prequel. It was a great show. I hope they do one more season because of the way they ended it off. It was fucking phenomenal.
Have to, the way they ended it.
Yeah, so if you're into like foreign films or anything like that, definitely give it a watch, I'd say.
Yeah, I like that way more than the Mexican level one platform.
It was terrible.
Almost really different.
It was not good. It started out okay, but then it just got a little bit long. It's a movie though. It's another Netflix movie. People were talking about it. I wasn't a real big fan, but
I'm trying to figure out if I like the new Netflix rating thing. Because that's the one thing that got me to watch Tiger King. Because I saw the trailer when it first came out, but then they came out with that rating,
the top
number
10.
1, number 2 of the current week
in the U.S.
Yeah, and then I saw the after watching the trailer, then that came out and it showed, hey, this is number 1. And that's when I think we had just finished The Kingdom or something, and I was like, let's put this on now.
The Tiger King.
Yeah,
it's been rating number 1 for the past
the
10
entire
weeks.
time.
I fucking love it.
It's a problem.
Oh, there's one more meme.
Of course, there's one more.
Just one more. It's this one. It's my boy Joe Exotic, Trump 2020. Just get him pardoned. Yeah. And it says, you know why we still wait. I'll see if I can do his accent. I can't do accents. You know why we are all still in quarantine? Carol fucking Baskin. I hope if anything comes out of this, we can just say, damn it, Carol Baskin, anytime anything goes wrong.
I will be.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
It was so good.
All right.
Please watch it. Oh, man. Drink some alcohol. Smoke some weed or something. It's a great show.
Just stay safe.
Yes.
Yeah.
I played a lot of games. So Death Stranding, finally got around to it. Great game.
People keep thinking we're ending, and then you start something else. But yeah,
that's just me. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes, I'm just trying to get through everything, just because I know I want to talk about it next time, and I guess I could talk about it next time. You know what? I played a lot of games. We watched a lot of stuff.
Would you guys like to see him do like a game channel
thing, like centric?
Like, I don't know, people play games and talk about stuff. You play a lot of games.
Yes, lately especially. There's just so many that's one thing that is good about this whole quarantine thing, is that people have had the chance to play a lot of games. Me, Death Stranding, which is great. I give it a 8 out of 10, even though gameplay wise it got fucking repetitive, got fucking boring, but I've learned something about myself that I don't play games the right way, or developers don't do this properly. Except for God of War, the new God of War did this perfectly, where like okay, so let's say you are the player, it opens up you play the game, it's very narrow focused, and there's all these collectibles. I'm the kind of guy that's like, okay, look, I'm gonna get everything I can from this area, then move on. Well, a lot of these developers are like, you collect everything, and then there's more things. You collect everything, then there's more things, and then you're like, fuck. I'm 40 hours in. I have barely left the first fucking area. I'm tired.
You have no idea what's going through my mind when you're just doing it. Like, yeah. I'm like, oh my God. If he gets on this fucking bike one more time, he goes up this fucking hill another time. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to drive me crazy.
Yeah. There's that in Death Stranding, which is a shame. But overall, the game itself, the story, I really, really enjoy. Kojima has a good way of making games, but my biggest fucking problem is that people aren't talking about how budget this game is. It's like they have a AAA budget when it comes to the assets, to the animations, and to everything. But unfortunately, there's not enough of them, because the whole game, you're in a barren wasteland filled with monsters you can't see, with repetitive animations. And when you do find people, they're holographic, and they're doing like normal randomized. I know, I'm not retarded. We know that they're just all random. Nothing is going on. But regardless of all of its failings, I think the game is still decent, and it's a Kojima game. I just say, do not do what I did for the first 10 fucking hours. Play the game, do all the story missions, and don't do any of the side shit. Don't do any of it. It's going to be a lot more fun that way. I think all games, except for the new God of War, if you just go in, guns blazing, do the story, you're good.
I like the side quests on, what's it called? Red Dead?
Oh, well, that's Red Dead. That's a whole different animal. They make it so the side quests feel like main quests. But what was I going to say? So, yes, Death Stranding was good.
The Witchers are definitely
side
quests.
Those are on different level.
Sorry, she's trying to get into this bag.
She's a real bitch. But I love her.
Yeah. But,
what else have I played?
You're playing the After that, you played Resident Evil.
Oh, I just beat Resident Evil 3 Remake.
The third one.
Yes, which was great. Very action-oriented. Not like the second remake that came out last year, which I thought was the better game. Now I don't even know, because it's more horror. The new one is just more action. You can beat it in like 5 hours, which I like. I like short games like that, where it's short to the point. You can get in, get out, and then now I'm going to play Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Well, that's going to eat you alive.
It's only like 40 hours. It's not that long.
Oh, it's not like that other Final Fantasy?
No, it's like 40 hours. That's what I'm saying, is like, I like, for a JRPG or a game of length, 40 hours is top notch. That's like perfect, because you play that for a week or two, every night, every day, bam, you're good. But if it's like The Witcher, that's a life game, man. You have to be doing nothing else but that game. So maybe if this quarantine keeps lasting, I finally will be able to beat The Witcher 3.
I'd love to see The Witcher.
Me too. Me too. There's no excuse. All right. Anyway, let us know in the comments, notes, or anything else you want to know about the show, because it's going to be fluctuating. It'll be me and Katie from now on. And then when we have another guest, well, you'll know about it. But just so you know, we're not going to do this fucking cam shit with the guests. I want people to come in, feel comfortable, have a face-to-face. And if not, we'll just have this kind of
arguing in the
Saturday
background.
Santos show.
Hey, guys.
All right. That's it. That's our cue. Thank you so much for watching.
Before we go, though, I want to shout out for Netflix's Love is Blind.
Oh, my God. That's the first subject for the next episode.
Love is Blind.
Oh my God! Please watch Love is Blind.
Watch it, and then come back and we'll do a full discussion on it.
A Love is Blind show.
Yes.
All right. Next week.
I'd love to do a whole watch with us.
We'll do it, because now we have the laptop. We can just watch. Maybe we'll do that. We'll watch one whole episode and comment.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
That was a lot of fun.
There we go.
It's a fun show.
Oh my God.
Please watch the show. It's so good.
It's retarded. It's so dumb. All right. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
And then we